Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. This is Settlement Survival. It's a game a bit like Banished. That's really all I'm going to tell you. I've had like 4 or 5 swings at an intro to this, and frankly, it's a bit like Banished is the best I could come up with. That doesn't mean it's a bad game though, because Banished was a really good game. Is this a really good game? Why don't you watch some more and judge for yourself? Okay, so first things first, we've got to go and find somewhere to settle our village initially. Yeah, the icons all mean that there's something particularly useful there. So here, for example, your hunters will gather more animal cubs, which will allow you to breed them. Over in the grassland, you get better pasture output. That's nice. It's all written down the bottom. Look. What's the old salty salt thing here? That's fertile soil, man. That means you grow better. Yeah. And here you'll gather more seeds. Seeds being pretty useful, and animal cubs being pretty useful. The fish section, you get better fish, all of that kind of business. You know what? Right about here actually looks pretty good. Although I do want to get animal cubs because raising animals is really, 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 really useful. So about here. You reckon? Oh yeah. Oh, I totally do. Totally do. Right about there will do nicely. All right, here we are. This is the settlement, and we're going to survive. I've currently got a whole bunch of homeless people. That's always the way. So we'll get to work giving them somewhere to live. Now you've got the bunkhouse option, which gives you a lot of extra space, but it's rubbish, and people don't want to procreate in them. I mean, there'll be some for whom privacy is not that big a deal breaker when it comes to whether or not to have relations. But no. We'll get away from that. Let's start off here. I'll zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Right, how many people have I got? I've got 14 adults and 7 children at the moment. It's here, this bit here, right? 14 adults, 7 kids. Right, the middle section is for students who are currently learning their way of the world. Let's just plonk in. I don't want to plonk in too much. It's got exactly the same unwritten rule set as Banished, which is don't queue up too much to do it once. You'll only regret it. But I think 3 will get us going to start with. Now, you have tasks that crop up over here. And if you follow through on those tasks, you get a little bit of bonus silver, which can later be used to trade with, which is jolly good, because trading with stuff allows you to get stuff. Anyway, everybody's going to be going chop on that. I'm going to up the tempo to a lot, and then drop it back down when we've done stuff. Because that way we get, adequate levels of progress, which is a super thing. Right, okay, so we've got quite a lot of these kind of seedy areas. Several citizens are freezing. Well, they would be, because at the moment nobody has a house. We'll have that resolved in no time flat. You've got all your resources going on over here. I'll walk you through some of this stuff. And to say that there are a few resources is an understatement. That's just food, right? That's just food bits. Lots of it. There are lots of different things you can get. It is tremendously deep in that regard. There you go, 2 houses up already. Good. Oh, and we've got an event. Right, what's the event? In recent days, one particular citizen seems to be sleepwalking. Okay, yeah. Should we wake him up? Yeah, pack it in. All right, there we go. Nothing much happened out of that one, so that was all good. All these events that rock up tend to be moderately benign, but sometimes you can gain a little something off that. Right, next up, let's build a big well so that we don't run out of water. Slap that in there. There we go. Obviously, not got enough houses yet, but I've got enough to get started. It's a question of ensuring you're balancing all your needs out as much as possible, and I'm going to want to get cracking on building stuff as quickly as possible. Right, if we stick the gatherer's hut overlaying those 2, then we could go a bit seed bonanza. And then where's my... yeah, we put the hunters down. Okay, what do we got here? That is... just flipping alpacas. Oh, that's a result, that is. Right, stick the hunters on this area. And we should be good. Yeah, should be. Yeah, probably will be. Yeah, no, it's all good. Right, so building materials. Going to need some more stone pretty soon. Now, you will just grab bits of stone hither and yon from time to time. And until I research the quarry, we're going to want to do a little bit of, dig up the rocks once in a while. Just to make sure we've got enough still coming in. You also need ore to build quite a few buildings, and that's a little bit trickier to get hold of, but, it happens. Oh, I can get my my house. Hey! Right, now, it wants me to build a field for the next objective, and I'll do that. Have I got a rich yield anywhere? I don't think I have necessarily, but that's not the end of the world. No, we'll be okay. Right, so just standard fields then. Oh, hold on, we've got floaty lanterns, where you can either try and solve the lantern riddles, or you can just collect the paper. We'll solve the lantern riddles. There you go. The citizens will do that for you, and then we got 99 dumplings. Yeah, and that's same as I've got the number of problems. Yeah. What now? A bit more of the housing. I want to make sure that we've got enough housing for everyone to live in. 4 people to a house, typically. And that's... it's all good. It's relatively straightforward to get yourself established. But once you start procreating, then everything starts spiraling. And the challenge is ensure you're doing exactly what you need to in order to keep your settlement alive. As with Banished, what you'll find is that when things start to get into crisis mode, it will be because you made mistakes earlier, and that's less helpful. It's often too late to do anything about it after you've encountered difficulty. Right, now that will be enough housing when that's done. Fields and a bit of harvesty, scavengy kind of behaviour over there. That will help too, and the hunters will also bring in enough food for now. And the well's already up and running. I think we're going to be okay, at least in the short term. As you possibly detect, I've played through a few hours of this already, and thank you. I'll have the fields. Now, it wants me to show stopping production, which I can do that. So, firstly, what are we going to... We can grow broccoli, yeah, or rice. Let's get some broccoli in on that one. I've got 2 farmers on there at the moment. Now, you want me to do what? Turn it off? There you go. Turn it off. All right, give me the money. All right. Yeah, turn it back on again. Give me the money. Yeah. And then you want a forester's hut. Okay, I can do all these things. Right, we'll grow rice in the other one. And that should ensure that we don't starve, at least in the short term. Foresters can wait for a couple of minutes. I'm not in a rush. There are lots of trees. Lots and lots of trees. And we're out of ore. Okay, yeah, these all need... I need ore aplenty. Then we better get a rock gathering crew. Go gather the rocks, rock gathering crew. There you are. Yeah. Smashing. Look at this cheeky bunch of alpacas out there just waiting for me to seize them all. New crop seeds. Come on. What did we get? We got algarve and peaches. Ooh, you know what? If we've got algarve, then stuff the rice. I don't want to stuff the rice. No, okay, we'll keep the rice. I'll grow algarve next, because that can be medicalised later on. It can also be turned into quite a spicy beverage, which several people will enjoy. They like. Now, one of the things that I do like about this game, I like quite a lot about this game. But we can go find someone. There you go. There's someone here, and then we can go see the world from their perspective. Just wandering around, looking perplexed. Oh, there's Helena, who's a child, and currently taking a break from being a child to, I don't know, just mill about a bit. Well, seems to be just generally confused about what's going on in life. and you're homeless at the moment. Well, I'm working on resolving that. I've got some ore in now, so we should hopefully something useful. You know? Yeah. So once you've got all the resources on site, you go through the building process, which involves these hammers, and your builders will knock it out. Now, your building hut is down here. I've currently got 3 builders employed, which is going to probably be cut back to 2 fairly soon as I scale back the amount of building that I'm doing. All of these kids are reaching maturity, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because they'll turn into workers. Right, okay. Want to get everything up and running. The other important thing we've got going on here, 4 labourers. So that's people without jobs at the moment. And again, I'm going to reference Banished a lot because it's clearly inspired by. But you know what? A new version of Banished, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. No, not even slightly. How many people have I got working at the well? Let's go for 1 person working at the well for the time being. With that should provide us more than enough to cover the townsfolk as we have. I'm going to need another house on top of this one, and then we'll start getting some pathways in so that people move around a little quicker. Yep, right. And we're coming close to getting our first technological unlock, and the tech tree is pretty involved. There's quite a lot going on. Yes, I know, it may look like I'm building a housing estate, and that's probably because I am. It's okay, people like houses. Yeah, that's totally a thing they enjoy. They really relish that kind of behaviour. Right, so my scavenging hut here. One of the nice things that the game provides is it shows you all the stuff that they found so far over the course of the year, and it's come up quite nicely. Yeah, really has. And most of these things can be consumed by people who don't really understand recipes and whatnot. It's solidly good. Now with your hunters, the hunters will rock out. Oh heck, that's what I haven't done. The hunters will rock out once a year to go, slay beasts and turn them into burgers and so forth, and that's all jolly helpful. Right, the chopping house to make fuel, because if you don't make fuel, everybody dies of cold in the winter, which is less fun than it sounds. It doesn't sound that much fun. I'm sticking in a road just so I can match this up properly. Give me that, and give me the chopping house. Thank you very much. Now my next objectives are going to be to get a tailor and a forester's hut and a smithy up. Smithy will make me more tools, because working without tools is woefully inefficient. Clothing is very important, because otherwise your people freeze to death. It seems to be no matter what you do, the people are inclined towards freezing to death. So we try and avoid them freezing to death where possible. But as you can probably see, we are, 5 labourers left. I'm going to stick 2 on fuel, because we're out of fuel at the moment, because all of these houses have gone and nicked it. But we are at least in summer at August. Late summer. Oh dear. Yeah, maybe left that a little later than I could have done, but no, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's all fine. It'll all be fine. What the hell? What are these? They're turkeys. Oh, super. Yeah. You're a turkey. No, yeah, thanks. And we have got a tech point. I've got 5 tech points, in fact. Let's run through the tech tree. So you've got soap and a police station and tents and fermenting, which is all good. Soap makes people more healthy, but you've got to have all of this business going on before you can really do anything with that. So, there's maybe a little later on. Education will allow us to educate people and gain more tech points and do things more efficiently. Trade. We're not there yet, but trade is an important part of the game, where you take the stuff that you've got and go and flog it to people, and they come back and go, there you go, have some money. And you go, oh, cheers, nice one. Mining to get stuff from the ground. Stop me if I'm going too fast on any of this. I know there's some properly complex notions being deployed in this exploratory section. Sand I'm probably going to want to do quite early on. Construction. Recycling gets you parts back when you tear stuff down. Sawmill makes planks, cut stone. More advanced materials allow you to make more advanced buildings. Agriculture, we will. Yes. Yeah, we'll get the apiary on the go. Got to have bees, but I'm going to need clay in order to do that. So we'll have sand mining at the same time, because that's where you get clay from. That's agriculture. Okay, next. Processing. Making salts, processing your meat, doing a bit of... It's all relatively relative, you know? All of this is relatively. So there's that. I'm holding on to my technology points at the moment. There's no particular urgency for me to get all that research done now, because more often than not, they will lead to to more buildings becoming available for you to make. And at the moment, I haven't got the people to work in them. What have we got? 5 labourers left. Well, that's not dreadful. Should probably think about tools and clothing. I'm thinking about it. Well, think about it to the extent that you go and build the buildings to make that happen. All right, we'll slap these around the back of the city centre. City centre? Yeah, getting a bit ahead of yourself there. Let's go tailoring. Yeah. And let's go smithy. Right. Yep. Okay. So once we've got the wood chopper up, which will happen momentarily. We've acquired livestock. Tell me, is it an alpaca? I hope it is. Yeah, it is. Super. I might start that now. Be careful with your number of workers. Yeah, but you get such good stuff. Alpacas is going to allow me to actually make some flipping clothes in the first place. So let's put a nice pasture size out there. Right, yeah, that's it. And we're good. Right, okay, wood chopper is up. Please turn timber into domestic fuel. And I might even add a second person on there just to get us bumped up a smidge. And I'll also increase the cap to 260. All the warehouses are full, and someone has dented their leg. Yeah, all right. Well, 2 people have dented their leg. That means I need to get the flipping clinic up. Gosh, just gimme with these people. They can't just live their lives in a satisfactory way and go, oh, no, I feel good and rich about my existence. You go, oh, okay, good. It's good that you feel good and rich about your existence. Got some more crop seeds. I got very lucky with that placement. Peas. Okay, all right. We're not making them at the moment. No, I don't need peas. There's some napkins flying down the stream. There we go. What you got for me? We won an award. Woo! What was your award? Glue pudding. Nice. If you enjoy that sensation of your mouth being somewhat clammed shut, then that's all good. I think we might be a bit short on the old lumber, you know. Yeah, I have a feeling that might be the case. And Pamela, the labourer, has frozen to death. Well, maybe if she spent a little bit more time inside, she wouldn't. Honestly, you can only help people a certain amount before you have to go like, no, I'm afraid that's on you. Now, what I haven't clocked, or what seems to be occurring at the moment, is when you issue a clear order, like this one that I've just done, everybody stops what they're doing to go and do that, which is a bit odd. What you would expect is it would only be the unemployed that would go and chop down the trees. But hey, it works, and therefore I'm not too crestfallen about such things. Yeah, right, okay, done with that. What's your problem? We ain't got enough wood. Well, wood is pretty flaming critical right now because everybody's going to start freezing to death, and they'll blame me. Yeah. This first... Yeah, okay. Kathy has replaced... Blake's frozen to death as well. In fact, we've got no children left in the house. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I've got 8 houses, which gives me 32 potential population. Okay. Yeah. There you go. You've got an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old farmers occupying that one, which is spooky. We've had child. Hooray for child. Good. Now, I should build a schoolhouse, and I will do it at some point, but the schoolhouse that allows your workers to come out fully formed, as it were. I don't think I've got any kinds of And I'm going to have you making that out of leather, despite the fact I don't think I've got any. I'll have to have a look. And you start making me tools, please. I would go stone tools, but I'm not gonna. No, we'll go iron tools. They last a little longer, but obviously they're going to need to wait for resources to rock up. Another citizen got injured. We've got another tech point. It's good. Love a good tech point. Me, yeah. I need. Come on, get this. Would you please? Can we? You know, how about? We ain't got enough wood. All right. Okay. Well, it's forester time then, isn't it? Yeah, but you need wood in order to make a forester's hut. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Build the foresters out next to the hunters. All right. There we are. Yeah. And then we need a clinic. I need the resources first. Do you want to go and clear cut some more wood? I probably need to. All right. Grab all of this lot there, team. Yeah. That'll work. That'll do the trick. I'm sure that'll come up splendidly. Now I'm gonna start wanging in a bit of road as well to facilitate some ready movement. Now, I'll use dirt road for now, but dirt road doesn't actually give you that much of an advantage. Stone roads, though, people properly shifting once you've got stone roads on the go. Right, now, if that's not enough lumber for you to actually get some stuff done, somehow we made it through the winter. Okay, alright, yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay, so a couple of people died. Yes. Well, we just, you know, we take the hand that's dealt us, and we muddle through. What's your problem? You haven't got any wood. No, flipping Nora. Yeah, all right. Well, it's lying around all over the place, Alina. If you were to go out and pick some up, you'd probably have less problems in terms of sourcing some wood. All right, leather. We haven't got any. All right, hunters, what are you providing for me? Alpaca wool. Yeah. And alpaca meat. All right, well, let's make it out of alpaca wool, which is where we want to end up anyway, because when this is finished, we'll start breeding our own alpacas. And hopefully that will occur before we run out of clothing. Otherwise, everybody really does start dying of cold. Which is, it's not perfect at all. No, I mean, it's quite a long way from perfect. It's less than ideal. Yeah. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. I'm going to be back for a few more of these because I feel like this is an adventure worth going on. Who's this? This is Phoebe. And Phoebe's slacking off. All right, let's see what sort of slacking off you've got. All your warehouses are full. All right. I wonder if my warehouses are full of perhaps hampering my ability to get stuff. I'd say they probably are. Well, okay then. In the next episode, warehouses. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll be back soon with something that looks a lot like this. Cheerio.